Over the last 40 years, many franchises have come and gone in the entertainment world. It is amazing that any franchise could last 37 years, like Transformers. Today I want to talk about why Transformers as a franchise is still so popular today in 2021. We're going to talk about this coming up. Of course, it all started in 1984 when Hasbro brought over a hodgepodge of different toy lines under the banner of Transformers. And this is an awesome toy line for kids in the 80s that captured the hearts and the minds of the kids, getting two figures in one, having a bit of a higher price point, but you got two figures, two toys. It worked. As with everything in the 80s, it was media driven. But the G1 series, some people feel like it doesn't hold up. It still has a charm to it. But if you watch the entire G1 series, it does change drastically throughout the series. One of the things is the movie that they came out in 1986. They just straight up killed off a lot of characters and introduced new ones. See, this kind of stuff didn't happen in kids' shows very often back in the 80s, so it would be groundbreaking and it had a lasting effect, whether positive or negative. There's really no debating it that Transformers beat out GoBots in the media realm. The show was a lot more popular than GoBots. Transformers was vastly more popular than GoBots. I can tell you that I would look at the TV guide every chance I got to try to find a Transformers show. I would make sure I was up at 6 in the morning to catch the next episode. Large part of Transformers' success is the constant presence of some sort of media to promote Transformers. And this is a big deal even for the G1ers like myself that weren't excited that Beast Wars was out when Beast Wars was out. I still gave it a shot. I still enjoyed the show. And having that presence is a constant reminder that Transformers exists. Hasbro also kept refreshing the brand with different eras of Transformers as time went by. And that was something that I personally wasn't excited about. But looking back on it, I understand now why it was so helpful. Helpful for each generation to seem to have their own Transformers to look back on, to enjoy, and to get excited about. But when it comes to the media, the Transformers community is probably most split when it comes to live action movies, the Michael Bay movies, lovingly referred to as the Bayverse movies. Now, these movies brought in a lot of viewers, a lot of people to the franchise. And in fact, I watched the first movie with my wife and she enjoyed a Transformers movie. That was kind of interesting and fun for my wife to enjoy a Transformers movie. Although there's a lot of things about the Bay movies that were a put off to collectors and long-term fans of the franchise, sort of abandoning the roots of Transformers and starting all over, scrapping the history and starting from scratch. Well, that's what happened with the Michael Bay Transformers, but you can't deny that it had a massive impact on the longevity of Transformers as a franchise and as a brand. The other reason that Transformers has lasted so long is because there's always been something at retail to buy, something at retail to purchase. They have kept the shelves refreshed with different styles of packaging, different styles of figures, and sometimes they went closer to G1, sometimes they went further away from G1, but different styles and different refreshed lines of toys on the toy shelves kept it interesting and kept it in front of consumers. Over the last 37 years, Transformers has definitely evolved. And when it evolves, this evolution is part of how it stays around and it makes it stronger. But as time goes by, you can see the difference, you can see the improvements and the direction that Hasbro's going, getting closer and closer to meeting the expectations of the consumer, and that's definitely a positive, which is creating even more excitement than ever in the Transformers community. I know I've said this many, many times, but one of the main reasons that Transformers is as popular as it is today is the third party community. And Hasbro knows this is a double edged sword. It's playing with fire, allowing it to go on, but they allow it to go on. And the thing about it is, this creates so much excitement with a very high end premium masterpiece line that is getting carried on through these companies like Fans Toys X Transbots and MMC. Even though masterpiece collecting is a small percentage of the collectors that are out there, it seems like most people still sort of keep up with what's going on, and it's intriguing to see what's going on the higher end of collecting in the masterpiece realm. Of course, companies that do make upgrade kits for Hasbro make those products so much better. Now, these aren't officially licensed by Hasbro, but this is how third-party companies usually get their start. They make some sort of upgrade kit, then they say, well, I can make my own figure, and then they put that out. But the fact that there's so much interest in Transformers that so many companies can make so many add-ons for Transformers and make a living making add-ons almost blows your mind. But these things make massive improvements to Hasbro's molds, which are already good figures. These upgrade kits make them great. Looking towards the future and past 2021 or 2021, we actually have plans for 2 more movies coming. So the future of the Bumblebee series or the next live action movie, it's still very questionable and vague exactly what we're getting with the next movie. We're hearing it's going to be called the Optimus Prime movie. We're hearing that they're scrapping that, moving to something else. Bumblebee number 2, we're hearing it's going to be largely CGI based and mostly surrounding the Transformer characters, which is what Transformer fans would like the most. We're also hearing of a Beast Wars live action movie. So all of this is generating more interest, more longevity, and more to look forward to for Transformers fans, Transformers collectors, and moviegoers. As currently we have the Transformers War for Cybertron going on right now with the Netflix series, we have had the Siege show released. That was an interesting show. It was a different way of making a cartoon, an animated series, a lot different than they've done in the past, and they kind of carried that into the Earthrise. Still, it seems like today in 2021, Hasbro's still doing what they did all along. They're following the same formula of having some sort of media presence to sell the toys. But it's almost like the toys are just making us want to watch the media. It's almost backwards, but it's always kind of been symbiotic in a way. But it seems like the toys are driving the media more than the media are driving the toys. And it's kind of crazy that that's how it's going in 2021. Later on this year, we're supposed to be getting the Kingdom show, the War for Cybertron Kingdom Netflix series. And that's going to put a wrap on the War for Cybertron trilogy. So that starts to bring a lot of questions, a lot of fun questions, but the fun questions are, what is going to happen after the War for Cybertron? What is going to happen? What are they going to make? Are they going to abandon G1? Are they going to stick with G1 styles? Are they going to go all into all of the different eras that they have created along the way? How much further are they going to take the crossovers that they have been doing along the way? Are they going to continue with these crossovers? Is this something that's going to be part of Transformers forever? Is it just going to be one and done, a real short-term ordeal? Or is this something they have plans to do forever? One thing that's for sure is that Transformers has been around for a long time, and it's going to be around even longer. There are more and more plans for Transformers every single week, it seems. There seems to be more news surrounding Transformers than any other franchise that I follow, and every single week it just surprises me how much information for product for media is out there. And I'm also surprised at the technology and how advanced these things are coming along with the RoboSyn and the auto-transforming Optimus Prime. Stuff like this just makes it awesome. 2021 is an awesome year for Transformers. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear, why do you think Transformers is so popular today? How is it lasted 37 years? How does it have such a bright future versus all of the other franchises that are out there? Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. Tydirium Hanger out.